Good morning, YouTube. How is everyone? I'm gonna talk and filter. It's a lovely Thursday morning. I'm on my way to work, and I'm on Svarty because I should be riding Svarty more. He's going to tick over 2,000 miles today, which for a year of owning a bike is pretty pathetic. And also because it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to get into work in my car at the moment because of the bloody traffic. And I'm gonna have a video where I don't talk about Norway, just to mix things up a little bit. So I'm gonna tell you guys about my conspiracy theory, because you know how people have their conspiracy theories. Like, I've got a friend who is, and I can't tell if he's just being ironic anymore or if he's actually convinced himself, but he's going on sharing stuff about how the world is definitely flat and people did not walk on the moon. It's quite funny, but you're kind of watching him get more and more like intense. And I have my own conspiracy theory about traffic, because not just traffic, but like mainly roadworks. This is something that I'm quite proud of myself for coming up with, and I definitely think that it might be true. If anyone lives near the M27, you'll know that we had roadworks on the whole motorway for like 2 years to turn it into a smart motorway. They slowed the motorway down to 50 miles an hour. It was an absolute nightmare. It took ages to get anywhere. And I don't know why it took them 2 years, because all they did is like paint some fresh lines on the motorway and put some speed cameras up and some signs, and maybe employed a couple more people to see what the traffic is doing so they could decide what the speed limit is. Like, I don't understand why it took them 2 years to do that. And then when it ended, when it was finished, there was like a news article about it. They took away the average speed cameras for 50 miles an hour. Everyone drove on the motorway. There was this beautiful feeling of like relief. You can finally do 70 again. The motorway's nice and clean. There's no more cones. It's lovely. It's like this nice new treat that we get until you get used to it, and then it's normal. And then when we did get used to it and it's normal, they've suddenly just like slowed it back down to 50 again for like a massive chunk of it in the middle, and like reduced it down to 3 lanes, made them really narrow. Everyone's really slow. There's huge traffic jams all the time because people don't fit down it, and they've got to do 50 and 40 miles an hour because of these roadworks. And it's like, what are they actually doing? Like, I don't understand what they're doing. I can't see people doing anything during the day. Like, maybe at night they're doing something, I don't know, but it doesn't look like they're doing anything. And this was going on for, I don't know, like the last 2 or 3 months they've been doing this. And then I go away and I come back, and you can now see that they're actually replacing the barriers on a bridge. I mean, maybe there was something wrong with the barriers, and now there's no barriers there at all. There's just like some chicken wire and then a barrier over the other lane that's kind of between us and the certain death drop off the bridge. So now I understand the speed limits to, you know, reduce the chances of an accident that would result in someone falling off the bridge. But the 3 months beforehand, I don't know. So my conspiracy theory is that the government can't use COVID to keep us in our homes anymore, so they're using roadworks to keep us in our cars. And the more time we're spending in our cars commuting to and from our jobs, the more time we're spending money on petrol and, I don't know, food takeaway and crap like that, because we don't have time to go home and enjoy our lives because we're sat in traffic. And that is my theory. Thank you for listening. Tell me what you think. Like, there's roadworks in Wales that you see, particularly on the country roads, like not the really country roads, but just like the fast fun roads, where you'll come around a corner and there'll just be traffic lights, so you'll have to stop. And it's a contraflow system, so one side can go at a time, and then the other side of the road is just like traffic coned off, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there, and you can see it's been there for a long time because the roads are like covered in like dry dust and leaves. Like, no one's been on that road for ages. And it's like, they're definitely not doing anything. So have they just put that little bit of traffic, roadworks with the traffic lights, have they just put that little thing there to slow traffic down? Can they not afford like a speed camera? Like, I don't know if you've been to Wales, but you'll be like going around this road, really getting in your groove, enjoying it, and then there'll be a sign saying there's roadworks coming up, and it'll be like immediately after a corner as well. So God forbid you be making progress on a corner and you come face to face with a red traffic light. It's just a bit weird. Anyway, it shouldn't take me an hour to get to work and an hour to get home. That's all I'm saying. It's exhausting. I'm actually avoiding the motorway where the roadworks are today, mainly because I'm filming and that would be really, really boring. And yeah, also to save time, because I know I'll get stuck in it. And you know, I know I can filter, obviously, but what they do is they make the lanes really, really narrow, and that's half the problem, is that cars go down the narrow bits, it suddenly gets really narrow and they feel like they can't fit, so they just slam their brakes on, and you can't filter through that, so it's not worth even touching it on the bike when the traffic is bad. There's a motorcycle, gonna go and make friends. You know when you've been riding on your own for too long and you just think it would be nice to have some company, you see another motorcyclist or someone overtakes you and you just sit behind them because it's nice to feel like you're part of something. So like, I don't like it when there's someone behind me. I don't like it if I'm riding along minding my own business and there's a motorcyclist behind me, unless I've overtaken them. So don't like it if someone's behind me, I will try and get away from them, or I will just let them go in front. Makes me very uncomfortable, and I swear I was getting followed a little while ago. And I was on Svarty, which is surprising because from a distance, or from the untrained eye, Svarty just looks like a cheap 125. Like, why would anyone want to follow him? Oh, we're going the other way anyway. Bye, friend. It was nice knowing you. I'm running all of these orange lights. Yeah, I swear I was getting followed. I overtook this guy and then immediately regretted it for some reason. Just something in my soul told me that he was bad news. So I was kind of turning towards my home anyway, and I didn't want him to be behind me on the way home. And rather than let him go in front, I thought I'm just going to take this really, really obscure little back road. It goes through some garages. It's not suitable for vehicles unless you actually need to go there. And I thought, there's no way he'll need to go through this bit. So I went down it. I actually like pulled out in front of a bus to get down it before him, because I didn't want to stop and give him a chance to catch up. So I thought, if I go in front of this bus, it wasn't that bad, but I thought he's not going to make it, but I will. So I went, and then I go down this little road and I look at my mirrors and he's behind me, and it's like, there is no reason for that. So I freaked out. It took me like 30 minutes to get home after that, because I just took the most obscure little detours I could think of to just make sure that he wasn't still there. There was no way he would have kept up with Svarty through that road, though. We were going for it. Anyway, so I don't like it when there's people behind me, but what I will do is I will sit behind other people, because it's like a comfort sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes you just want to be on your own, but if you've been on your own for ages, it's nice. And I did it in Norway, but not in Norway. Like, we were coming back through Germany and we were on the motorway, and a nice looking dude with a GS, like the big GS, and loads of luggage, and he had like the Klim suit and the Klim helmet, and he looked really cool. I was like, hot damn, that is a cool looking dude, I'm gonna sit behind him. And I did, but you know, motorways, they go on for a little while. I was behind this guy for like 50 miles, I swear. It was a really long time, and it was great. It was like having a friend, and he definitely didn't mind, because he kept looking back and giving me the thumbs up, and I was like, yeah, I'm on a cool bike too. And I started running out of petrol, so I'm desperately looking around for petrol stations that I can see, and I couldn't see any. I was actually starting to get worried. So we get to like a toll booth where we both have to stop, and he's like, hi, and I'm like, hi. And I said, can you see where the nearest petrol station is? And he had a look on his fancy GS sat-nav thingy, and he was like, there's one up here, and I was like, oh, thank God. It wasn't actually on the motorway, it was off the motorway ever so slightly. So he like motions for me to follow him, and he takes me to this petrol station. I was so grateful. And we stop, we get coffee, I got a Red Bull because I was very tired. He told me that as a young person I should invest in property. Anyway, it was a great experience. Anyway, do you interact with other motorcyclists further than just giving them the nod, or do you ignore everyone? Just see what state the motorway is in. I bet it's clear. It'll be sod's law, won't it? Yeah, look at that. What the hell? Should have taken the car. I'm just kidding, we're having fun. Ugh. Damn it! Almost there. It's weird settling back into a routine after a month off. I'm trying to make positive changes though. I bought some books and I'm trying to spend more time reading books because I enjoy books. Am I being overtaken? I'm doing 30! Jesus! Yeah, I'm trying to have like a more zen approach to life. I'm trying to read more. I'm trying to drink more fruity tea. I'm trying to do stuff that just makes the everyday just a little bit more pleasant. Now I'm in a bad mood. Listen, bitch, it made no difference, and I can overtake you now, and you're gonna feel like a right twat. Dickhead. Oh my goodness. Right. That was bloody awful. But I've saved some petrol money, probably. I don't know. I have arrived at my place of work. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a little comment and like and subscribe if you want to. I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Goodbye. Get me neutral, please. Just once. You got this. Ah! Yay! It's Svarty.